Hi, welcome to Inside You. The most brutal truth wasn't the goodbye. It was the cold, gut-wrenching realization that they never once felt even a flicker of remorse. You lay awake, shattering into pieces while they slept peacefully, untouched, unbothered. Night after night you screamed inside, "Was my agony invisible? Did my broken heart mean nothing to the universe?" You swallowed every tear, stayed silent like a fool, praying karma would roar someday. Deep in your chest burned a fire, not for petty revenge, but for raw, merciless justice. Because when someone crushes a soul as pure as yours, that wound doesn't fade. It scars eternally, and scars remember. Stop everything right now, Reese. Shut your eyes tight and feel the storm raging in your ribs. If this found you, it's because the wound is still bleeding. Their face haunts your every quiet second like a curse. Their voice echoes in your bones months later, ripping open fresh cuts. Memories ambush you when you're supposed to be healed, slamming you back into the agony you fought so hard to escape. You fake smiles, you pretend strength, but at 3 a.m. your soul howls what your lips never dare say. The betrayal, the lies, the way they discarded your love like trash. You didn't stumble here by chance. This hits you because your heart is still screaming for justice. Not from their worthless apology, but from the universe finally balancing the scales. Breathe deep, let the rage and grief crash over you. Someone mutilated you in ways therapy can't even name. They vanished without a shred of guilt, without remorse, without ever turning back to see the wreckage. You carried the weight of their cowardice while they danced forward like nothing happened. You begged the skies, why the delay, why the silence? Why did I bleed while they bloomed? But listen, karma isn't fireworks and thunder. It's a slow, savage blade that slices from the inside out. It starts long before the world sees blood. The punishment isn't loud. It's excruciatingly personal, invisible, and already carving them hollow. Here are 5 brutal signs that karma has already sunk its teeth in deep, even if their Instagram screams winning. Sign 1. Their soul is rotting from the loss of inner peace, no matter how perfect their mask looks. They post glow-ups, flash smiles, act untouchable. You see that thinking, how dare they thrive? But when the lights go out and the phone dies, hell breaks loose inside them. Their mind is a torture chamber replaying every cruel word, every betrayal, every moment they chose ego over your bleeding heart. Silence isn't peaceful. It's deafening. Nights stretch into eternity because their conscience is a monster that won't let them sleep. You were shattered and rebuilt stronger, forged in fire. They're trapped in a decaying version of themselves, rotting alive. The one who destroys a loyal heart never finds rest. Karma started its massacre the second they walked away. Sign 2. They're cursed to relive the same nightmare in every new life they touch. Watch from afar. They move on, swap faces, recycle lies, but the ending is always catastrophic. Same toxicity, same heartbreak, same abandonment. Why? Because the poison was never you. It was them all along. They drag their unhealed rot into every bond, wrecking others the exact way they wrecked you, or worse, magnetizing the same destruction back. You chose the agony of self-reflection, tore yourself open to heal. They ran from mirrors. Karma doesn't forgive avoidance. It traps them in endless, vicious loops until the lesson bleeds them dry. You were their ignored warning shot. Now life is force-feeding them the same poison, vial after vial. One day the truth will crush them. They didn't lose you. They lost any shot at redemption. The hollow screams louder every day. They chase fillers, money, bodies, applause, but the void only grows. You learn to coexist with searing pain and still rise. They're condemned to exist without ever truly feeling alive again. That's karma's cruelest poetry. Sign 4. You haunt them like a vengeful ghost in moments they can't control. They swear your history. They block, delete, deny. But karma is merciless. It ambushes them. A song rips the scab open. A scent, a street corner, a random laugh in a crowd. Boom, it's you. Not the anger, not the end. The pure, unguarded, devoted you they murdered. They remember the safety they torched, the rarity they spat on, how effortlessly they betrayed paradise. Guilt floods in waves they can't drown. Questions claw at them. How could I destroy that? Too late. You carry scars, but also unbreakable power. They carry eternal what-ifs and a guilt that arrives poisoned and useless. Some don't grieve your absence until they finally grasp the irreplaceable treasure they burned. Sign 5. The universe drags them kicking and screaming into the mirror of their own monstrosity. Running ends, no more escapes. Life slams on the brakes. Illness, loss, isolation, forces solitude. No distractions left. They're locked in a room with the monster they became. Patterns glare back. The selfishness, the cruelty, the casual murder of innocence. Not your voice accusing them. Life itself roaring the verdict. This is karma's final savage gift. Total, unrelenting self-awareness. For someone who dodged truth their whole life, it's pure torment. You faced your hell head-on years ago. You bled, you broke, you rose phoenix-like. They're just starting the descent, and it's already unbearable. Realizing you annihilated purity is a chain they drag forever alone. If you made it this far, forget them. This war was never theirs to win. Your pain was volcanic, your love was ferocious and real. Your healing is a blazing triumph that outshines any regret they'll ever muster. Karma didn't demand you wait in the shadows. It commanded you to rise and claim your throne. Stop glancing back at their fake empire. Your unbreakable peace. That's the ultimate proof justice was served in blood and fire. If this burned through your veins like it did mine, smash like so the wounded feel less alone. Subscribe for more raw truths that cut deep and heal deeper. Drop one word in comments you're seizing right now. Revenge, power, or throne. Because the fiercest victory is when you finally crown yourself king/queen of your own story.